Welcome to the Starting After 50 How-To series. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use free software and royalty-free images and photos from the internet to create my own graphics. This is Erica, and I'm pleased to show you how I do this. Our project for today is to create a graphic that reminds us it's time for the weekend and time to relax. As I walk you through these steps of creating this particular graphic, I want you to do it along with me. So if I talk too fast, which tends to be my habit, you can just pause the video, finish the step, and then click the video back on so that you can keep up with me. Since I created my graphic using online services, you need to know where I went and what tools I used. The first site I went to was pixabay.com. This is where I found my royalty-free image or photo. From there, I needed editing tools, so I went over to pixlr.com to use their set of tools to create the graphic I wanted. Both of these are online and both of them were at no cost to me. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is find your photo. That's where we go to pixabay.com. You need to create an account, log in, and then do a search. In my case, I searched for puppies. I had so many results that came up, I was a little overwhelmed. So I discovered that I could adjust and narrow my settings. So I knew I wanted a photo, not a clip art, so I set that. I also set how many pictures I wanted to see on a page so I could scroll through them faster. So once I did that, I realized that my search results went from 114 to 57. That gave me a few less puppies to choose from. So look through your images, find the puppy you want, and I found mine. I clicked on it, added it to my favorites. I had actually done that on several other puppies because I couldn't quite decide which one I wanted. By saving them to your favorites, you can narrow your search down from 57 to maybe 2 or 3 so you can decide. Once you've decided, that's when you would download it. Once you click on download, you'll be faced with lots of options. This is where you need to know exactly what kind of graphic you want to make because the size could vary. Just a simple blog post, you probably want the smaller size. But if you're looking for a header for Facebook, you're going to need the wider size. And if you want to print a brochure, you're going to need the largest size because that has the highest quality. So choose the size that you want and then actually save the image. Now remember where you put it on your computer so that you know where to find it. I have a folder on my computer called My Pictures, and I always save all my pictures into that folder so that I don't lose them in the maze of files on my computer. If you're still not sure what size you want, just download a couple of the options and you can figure it out later. So now we have the photo, it's time to edit. Now you head over to pixlr.com. You don't even need to create an account here, but you do have several editing options. I initially played with all the options, and for this graphic I realized that all the features I needed were in OpenPixel Express, the efficient package. I clicked on that. Once you're in Pixlr, you need to find your photo or your image on your computer, so you click on Browse. You locate your image in the file, and once you've found it, click Open. Now your image is loaded into Pixlr. It's ready for you to create some magic. Oh, lots of options, I have to say. If you're new to graphics, this can be a bit overwhelming, so I'll try and point out the main features. Most important, always save your work. Just constantly be saving, so if you tweak something or you change something, save it so you don't lose what you did. You can undo. You'll see that in the top corner here, undo. It's got to be one of my favorite buttons. Make sure you notice in the top right corner, that's where your size settings are. Down at the bottom, you'll find the editing functions, and we're going to go through each of those one by one. So don't let all these options overwhelm you. The key ones are save. Always be saving. That button's in the top left. The resize, that's what you actually see. That's in the top right corner. And change, what I see, that's in the bottom. Don't worry about ruining anything. Remember to just explore, and if you really like what you've done, click Save. If you don't like it, you can always click Undo. So let's actually start editing. The first edit I want to make is to eliminate all the dead space in the image. I do that by cropping the image. So I need to click on the Adjustment button. When you click on Adjustment, up will come a lot of options. But don't worry, you won't need each one of these for every image that you make. Today, we just need the crop option. Click on crop and you'll notice small blue boxes on each corner of your image. By clicking on those boxes, you can alter the size of your image. I decided to make my image 300 pixels high and I left it the same width. Once you have the size of the image that you want, and I wanted an image 300, I typed that in, then I could choose which 300 pixels I wanted. I moved that box up and down until I had the shot of the puppy, just covering with what I wanted for background. Once I had that selected, you have to click apply. If you don't hit apply, it doesn't happen. So we've cropped our image. Now we're going to go to the next one. I went back to the bottom bar and I chose the effects button. And in this one, again, there's a variety of options. Most of them are related to the color of your image and what you can do with it. I knew I wanted to add color, but not individual colors, like I wasn't going to color the puppy one color and the hardwood floor another. So I chose the unicolor one and I clicked on that. Once the unicolor came up, I had an actual option of what color did I want to make it. You can just click on those, see what you have. I chose the Eleanor one and I set it at about 70% because I wanted the pink tones and I wanted it to be dreamy and relaxing and as if I was dreaming with the puppy. As you're changing the image, you'll notice in the bottom that it'll always give you an update as to what you're actually doing. And here you can see that I'm in unicolor, that I've picked Eleanor, that I've got it set for 70. Once I'm happy with it, I have to click apply. I have a dreamy pink puppy, but I've discovered that I can do a little bit more. So I went back to the overlay option because I'm going to overlay some drama to my puppy. I went through, I clicked on all of these, decided which ones I liked, and in the end I added puppy dreams, and so I selected the bokeh as my overlay. Bokeh has a lot of bubbles and stars, adding features, textures, lots to choose from. Just click on them to see what they look like. Once you've decided which one you want, apply that one. I selected Dreamscape. So now my puppy is dreaming in pink. I've overlaid it with pink. I've added the color tones of the Dreamscape, and I hit 90% so that it's not quite as obvious as an overlay. And I hit apply. So I have the background of my image finished. I'm happy with my puppy that's dreaming in pink. But I want to say something. So now we're going to add some text. So you go back down to the bottom and you click on the text option and you'll see a variety of fonts. I chose handwritten because I just like the look of that. Once you've selected which font you want, you'll get a box that lets you type in what you want to say. I decided to add the words finally, Saturday. And so I typed that and up it pops in the image. I can be more specific in which font. I did select handwritten, but there are a lot of handwritten ones. So again, you need to go through and find which one you like. I decided to choose the one called Soft Sugar, and that's what I selected, and I hit apply. I can also decide where I want to place my text. If you click on the blue dot at the top, that will rotate your text if you want it at an angle or if you want it straight across. If you want to have your words larger or smaller, you change that by clicking on the sides of the text box and pulling it in or out. You don't want white text? That's all right. Let's add some color. You've got the font, you've decided where you want it and the size. Now figure out what color you want it. So you click on the color button and up will come the regular color options. You can choose whichever one you want, how strong you want it, play with it. I'm going to point out that there's 3 important settings when you pick your color. You need to click on the sidebar to choose the color range, whether you want blue, green, or in my case I chose pink. Then you can choose the little dot that shows up in the bigger box and choose which pink you want, and then select the amount of color that you want on the gray and black sliders to whether you want it solid pink or partially pink. Play with it. Once you have it all figured it out, hit apply once more. I'm kind of happy with my final image. I'm ready to save my pink dreamy puppy. So you go up to the top, you click on save. You do have to give a name for your image. I chose 80 to 100% quality, but always remember where you save it. So again, I put mine in my picture folders so that I know exactly where it is. Our Saturday Dreaming Puppy is finished. It's ready for me to upload because it's saved to my computer. I can now upload it to my blog. I can upload it to Facebook, add it to wherever you want, or send it to someone in an email because it's all set to go. Practice does make it easier and quicker, and you'll discover what the different features are. The more images you create, the faster you're going to get. So make sure that you have fun with your images, and while you're at it, don't forget to connect with me online on Facebook as Starting After 50, as well as my website. I want you to know that you can subscribe to this channel for future videos as well. Thanks for watching our Starting After 50 how-to series, How to Make a Graphic.